The new year began as it usually does in Times Square. It may have sounded normal, but something was missing. The hundreds of thousands of people that normally show up. CBS News projects Democrat Raphael Warnock the winner in his race against Republican incumbent Kelly Loeffler.
With hope, anything is possible.
CBS News special report, History at the House of Representatives.
On this vote, the ayes are 232.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi as the House votes to impeach President Trump for a second time. As the pro-Trump protesters enter the building, one says, "Whose house?" Soon we hear the chants of treason. Henry Aaron did this 755 times. And in 1974, he broke the legendary home run record of Babe Ruth.
Miss Cicely Tyson.
She began her career as a model, then took her beauty and talent and became an acclaimed actress. She was part of the iconic miniseries Roots.
You have been a very good boy.
He may be 43.
Here's Brady's pass. It's Gronkowski.
He may be with a new team.
Brady play action. End zone.
But when the game ended last night, Tom Brady was yet again on the winning side.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a second Super Bowl title.
My life has been a tapestry.
It's an iconic album. Carole King's Tapestry contains songs known by millions around the world.
And it's too late, baby, now.
It's Too Late was the biggest hit, but you only need to listen to just a few notes
Where you lead, I will follow.
to instantly recognize song after song.
I feel the earth.
It was a majority,
Mr. Burr, guilty.
but it wasn't a two-thirds majority.
The defendant was let off on a technicality.
For Mr. Trump, acquittal, but not vindication. Everything went perfectly. The final 7 minutes, called the 7 minutes of terror, went like clockwork. And at the make-or-break moment came the words NASA officials wanted to hear.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars.
It was an inevitable moment. Still, when the death toll reached 500,000, it caused many Americans to reflect. At Washington's National Cathedral, bells tolled 500 times. And at the White House, President Biden addressed the American people.
500,071.
We are seeing pictures of the crash site. The crash was so intense that authorities had to use what they call the jaws of life to actually get Woods out of the vehicle. The most disturbing allegation came when Megan, who is biracial, said while she was pregnant with the couple's first child, questions were raised about skin color.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
At George Floyd Square, where Floyd was killed, this is what it sounded like as some listened to the verdict.
Find the defendant guilty.
Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 counts. He faces up to 40 years in prison. The show must go on, and last night it did.
Welcome to the 93rd Oscars.
This year's Oscar presentation was greatly toned down. Only a couple hundred people, all vaccinated, all testing negative, were allowed to attend. After refusing to take part in the post-match news conference and being fined, Naomi Osaka withdrew from the competition. She revealed that she has suffered long bouts of depression. It is taking place right now. After a 1-year delay, the 2020 Summer Olympics are taking place in 2021. Here inside this vast stadium that seats more than 60,000, only a few thousand people are actually here. It wasn't her greatest Olympic performance, but it may turn out to be her most memorable. Simone Biles came back from a week of mental health challenges and captured the bronze medal in balance beam. On many of the Stones' classic hits, there were moments Charlie Watts took the spotlight, like Painted Black. Gavin Newsom is still governor of California.
Thank you for rejecting this recall.
Voters here in the Golden State rejected attempts to remove Newsom from office.
Tonight, I'm humbled.
The no vote won most demographic groups, whites, blacks, men and women, voters in every age group. When the final out took place,
To first, the Braves are world champions.
celebration on the field, Braves manager Brian Snitker.
Braves country, we appreciate you and love you.
It was a day many Britney Spears fans had been waiting for.
Oh my God, it's such an amazing moment.
13 years after her conservatorship began, a judge here in Los Angeles ended the arrangement.
Dad, it's over. She's free. She's finally a free woman.
He was the most talked about player during this year's baseball season. And it was no surprise when the announcement was made.
American League Most Valuable Player is Shohei Ohtani.
Betty White died less than 3 weeks before her 100th birthday. In her nearly century of life, she did just about everything. She was an actress, an author. She appeared on radio and television. She won Emmys and a Grammy.